Hey everyone, I want to thank you for your support and your feedback for the videos I've been doing for couples who are dating and engaged. So today I want to talk about the 5 communication killers that you cannot ignore if you're dating and engaged. Number 1 is the harsh startup. The harsh startup comes from work done by Dr. John Gottman. He says a harsh startup is when we begin to communicate with our partner with a tone of voice and words that attacks them, attacks their character or their competency or their ability. We start the conversation with a harsh startup. And what happens is when we start with a harsh startup, our partner either becomes defensive and backs off or attacks back. And if you find yourself that in a relationship with someone and they are doing harsh startups with you, I can guarantee you those harsh startups are not going to lessen over time. They're only going to get worse the more committed you are. So harsh startup is the number 1 killer. Number 2 killer is poorly timed humor. Now there's nothing wrong with having humor in a conversation with your loved one, but poorly timed humor shows up in this way. You're trying to have a serious or intimate or vulnerable conversation with your partner and they start cracking jokes. It's telling you they're not comfortable with that level of transparency or that level of honesty. You're trying to get serious and they're cracking jokes. See, initially it's going to disappoint you, but over time you're going to get frustrated and aggravated to no end. Number 3 is the silent treatment. You've seen the silent treatment before. You're having a discussion, it turns into an argument, and instead of continuing the conversation to bring about a resolution, your partner, or perhaps you, just shuts down, doesn't say anything. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, they will not talk to you. Now, sometimes people need a second to gather their thoughts and then they come back to the conversation. Gathering yourself is not the silent treatment. The silent treatment is when I don't talk to you for a day or 2 days or a week or worse, 2 weeks. The silent treatment is deadly because it sows the seeds of resentment, because the death of communication is the birthplace of resentment. The longer your partner gives you the silent treatment, the more destructive it's going to be. Number 4 for the killers is uncontrolled language. Now, what I mean by uncontrolled language is that your partner says whatever they think and whatever they feel, and they don't care about how it affects you or the relationship. They're unwilling or unable to control the words that are coming out of their mouth. And see, this is where it's get devastating because the painful words that are used, the pain not lasts much longer than you expect, but also this uncontrolled language is going to poison future conversations. And number 5 killer is defensiveness. You know, you're trying to talk to your partner about something that's important to you, or perhaps you're trying to talk to them about something that they need to improve in, and rather than listening to you, they get defensive. They don't want to listen to what you have to say. They're cutting you off. They're not letting you make your points. And ultimately, the conversation ends by them being dismissive of what you're asking for. Defensiveness always ruins relationships. So there you have it, the 5 communication killers that you cannot ignore when you're dating and engaged. To ignore these communication killers is going to significantly impact or be detrimental to your future success as a couple. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share it with people who are interested in this type of material. And listen, I want to talk to all the dating and engaged couples. Mark your calendar for Saturday, October 14th. On Saturday, October 14th, my wife and I are going to be doing a 1-day conference for couples who are dating and engaged. You don't want to miss it. The details are being finalized and we'll be putting out the flyer really, really soon, but I want you to mark your calendars for Saturday, October 14th for this 1-day conference for couples who are dating and engaged. If you're interested in more material about it, please let me know. And as always, thanks for listening to this video.